Hey apprentices, welcome. In this session, we are totally cracking the code on assessments. We're gonna make sure they show off your amazing skills, not your stress levels. It's all about giving you the tools you need to absolutely smash it.
Okay, let's just dive right into this one. It's a fair question, isn't it? I mean, let's be real, sometimes assessments can feel like this frantic race against the clock. And that's just not fair, especially if you're dyslexic and your brain is just wired to process things a little differently.
So yeah, let's talk about why this happens. For so many apprentices, particularly those with dyslexia, the standard assessments, the ones that are all about speed reading, fast writing, and quick memory recall, they can feel like this massive, impossible hurdle. They end up testing how you handle pressure, not what you've actually learned.
But, and this is a big but, here is the really good news. You are not alone in this, not by a long shot. There's a super powerful law in place called the Equality Act 2010, and it is specifically designed to protect you from being put at a disadvantage.
So under this law, dyslexia is officially recognized as a disability when it has a real, substantial impact on daily activities. Now, the point of this law isn't about slapping a label on you. It's about protecting your legal right to fair treatment. It's about making sure you get a totally fair shot.
Okay, so if the law is on your side, what does that protection actually look like? Let's get into the most important tool in your toolkit, something called reasonable adjustments. Seriously, this is the concept that completely changes the game when it comes to assessments.
So what is a reasonable adjustment? It's pretty simple, actually. It's any change that removes or reduces a barrier that you might face because of dyslexia. You can think of it like the key that unlocks a level playing field, making sure your assessment is a true reflection of your skills, not your struggles. And you can really see the night and day difference these adjustments make right here. On one side, you've got a test that's basically just measuring your speed and hiding your real skills. But on the other, you get a fair assessment that lets your talent truly shine. And let's be clear, this isn't about getting an advantage. It is all about fairness. So what are these magical adjustments? Well, let's take a look at some of the most common and powerful ones that you're entitled to. First up, the classic power-up, extra time. This one is huge. It just gives you the space to show what you know without that unnecessary pressure of a ticking clock. It lets you process everything at your own pace. Power-up number 2, ditch the handwriting stress. Using a computer with a spell checker is such a fantastic adjustment. It means you can focus on your brilliant ideas and the actual content of your answers, not on whether you've spelled every single word perfectly.
And believe me, the list goes on. From tools that read text out loud to you, to ones that type as you talk, there is a whole suite of support out there. Even simple things like colored overlays or different fonts can make a massive difference in cutting down visual stress.
Okay, this is the crucial point, so listen up. These tools and adjustments change how you're assessed, not what you're assessed on. They just help you access the test. They absolutely do not make the test itself any easier. The professional standards are exactly the same for everyone. You still have to prove you know your stuff.
Right, so you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually get this support? That is an excellent question. Let's break down the game plan. Now, here's a common myth that we need to bust right now. Do you need to have gone through some long, expensive, super formal diagnostic process just to get these adjustments?
The answer is a big, resounding no. Not always. The whole system is actually designed to be helpful. The focus is on getting you the support you need, not creating a bunch of bureaucratic hurdles. Things like evidence from school or even a simple screening can often be more than enough to get the ball rolling.
It's a pretty simple 3-step process. First, talk to your training provider. It's literally their job to help figure out what you need. Second, work with them to build your individual learning plan. And third, and this is the most important part, use your voice. You are the expert on you. And as you can see right here, you are not in this alone. There's a whole team responsible for making sure you have the right support, from your training provider and your employer, all the way to the endpoint assessment organization, the EPAO, who handles the final assessment. Your role in all of this, self-advocacy. Which brings us to the final awesome piece of the puzzle, shifting your mindset. It's about starting to see these tools not as a crutch, but as a source of confidence and true professionalism.
Self-advocacy can be as simple as just saying this. It's not about complaining, it's about clearly and calmly explaining what works for you. This kind of simple communication helps everyone get on the same page and ultimately helps you succeed.
And please remember this, professionals in every single industry use dictation software, spell check, and planning tools every single day to be more efficient and produce their best work. You're not cheating, you're just getting a head start on using professional grade tools.
Because here's the thing, when you have the right support in place, apprentices with dyslexia often totally excel. It unlocks these incredible strengths that dyslexia can bring, like amazing creativity and some seriously out-of-the-box problem-solving skills.
This right here is the key takeaway for today. Your apprenticeship is about proving your skills and your competence. And reasonable adjustments? They are a protected right that simply ensures you can do just that without unfair barriers getting in the way.
So, as we wrap up, I want you to think about that question. What one thing could really truly help you? Knowing your rights and the tools that are available is the first and most powerful step you can take to unlocking your full potential. Now go out there and shine.